It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer that I've wanted to try for such a long time. It's by Little Creatures Brewing Company, part of the Lion Group now, and it's their Pale Ale. This is a 568ml bottle, dark brown glass, gold bottle cap. Looks pretty good actually. It reminds me of a kind of like a French style stumpy bottle, but as a pint bottle. Now apparently this is an iconic beer in Australia, and I want to say a massive thank you to Trav in Australia for sending me the beer. Thank you very much, Trav. I really appreciate it. And it's such an iconic beer that I've known about this for so many years that I just presumed. I reviewed it. And it was only that Trav sent me a message on Instagram saying, have you tried Little Creatures Pale Ale? And I kind of replied with, yeah, I'm bound to have, but I'll double check anyway. And I double checked and lo and behold, I haven't. But everybody's heard of this beer in Australia. Let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. Nice little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. There we go. Am I going to get all this? Lovely beer in this glass. Not quite, but we'll have a sip and we'll fill it back up. So we've got a 1 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. It's a hazy amber coloured beer. Looks pretty good. Let's get the aroma. It's actually quite hoppy. It kind of reminds me of like a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale type. Like the whole beer's got its influence in America. Even though it's an Australian beer, it probably was influenced highly when they made this beer out of American brewing. Sierra Nevada's famous Pale Ale. It's got a very similar aroma. Sweet, malty, but at the same time fantastically hoppy. Grapefruit, lemon, bit of orange zest, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. I haven't said that in a while with all the lagers I've been reviewing lately. You can almost smell the bitterness on the beer. But it smells really good. Let's dive in. It smells really kind of balanced between that kind of sweet malt and that bitterness on the hops. Let's dive in and find out if it is indeed a balanced beer. Cheers, everybody. It's pretty good, that. I don't think it'll have the kind of forward-facing kind of micro breweries of Australia running for the hills type of thing. I don't think they'll be running scared of this beer anytime soon in terms of kind of trying to match flavour to these smaller craft brewers. But at the same time, that's okay. That really is okay. It's drinkable, it's refreshing. You get a little bit of that kind of malty mouthfeel, if you like. A bit of a malty mouthfeel coming through. It's slightly sweet, it's slightly biscuity. And then it goes over to a kind of like a fantastic middle of orange zest, lemon, a little bit of grapefruit, and then some bitterness on the back end. So it is quite balanced. It is quite balanced between that kind of sweetness over here and that kind of bitterness over there. Pretty good beer, pretty good beer. Thank you very much, Trav, for sending it. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And yeah, just an iconic Australian pale ale. Little Creatures, I've definitely had some of their beer. I presumed I reviewed this. It's just solid. It's solid. It's the afternoon here in the UK, and the sun it's midsummer. We're right in the middle of summer here, and the sun. If I bend my head back far enough, I can probably get it into the sun. It's hitting the back of the conservatory, and I could just feel the warmth. I can feel all that warmth kind of like rolling around on the back of the net, and you could just feel the almost kind of stickiness of summer. And in those situations, as I mentioned earlier, I've been drinking a lot of lager recently, but actually a decent solid pale ale that's been around for donkey's years is equally as good. So this has been bought out, this company, Little Creatures started off life as a small microbrewery, probably one of the first in Australia. They've done probably the same kind of type of thing as Stone and Wood, just grown slowly. They've been bought out by a bigger brewery now in Lion Group. I mean, what I'm trying to say is it the same beer as before Lion Group owned this company? Well, it's very difficult for me to say because I've not tried this beer before. All I can tell you that it's solid. It's a solid pale ale that's really lovely and quite drinkable and refreshing, especially in this summer heat. I like the mixture of malt, different combinations of the malt, different kind of sweetnesses coming through in the beer over here. I like the fact that it's got a lovely middle, lots of flavour in the middle. I love the fact it's got a nice bitterness and a nice balance to the beer. It's really good. It's really good. Comment in the comments box of this video. Little Creatures Pale Ale. If you've had this when they were an independent brewer, was it better? Has it kind of changed under the ownership of Lion Group? I'd like to think it hasn't. Hop with Cascade and Chinook hop cones. Oh, hop cones, fresh hop cones, that's a good thing. Unpasteurised and live conditioned. Our pale ale has unique hoppy balance and refreshing flavours. Preservative free. A live conditioned beer, a bottle conditioned beer then. That means that they've added a little bit of yeast to each bottle to get a bit of flavour. Bit of added flavour and carbonation in the beer. Some people say that yeast doesn't add flavour to the beer, but I'm a firm believer that I'm pretty sure it does, even if it's just a little bit. I personally can't see much in the way of sediment in the bottom, but I mean, you can see that it's definitely a hazy looking pale ale. Let's rate it then. Little Creatures Pale Ale. It's only taken me the best part of 13 years to review the beer. I like it. It's pretty decent. It's an 8 out of 10. Thank you very much to Trav for sending me this beer. Sorry I didn't get round to doing an unboxing. Trav, we'll have to do a video call soon. We'll have to have a chat. Lots going on. Lots and lots going on. Bit heavy-headed at the moment. But 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Little Creatures Pale Ale. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.